What is up, my friends? My name is and today we're talking about how Giants have been replacing Golem in Town Hall 11 BOWITCH attack strategies. Why is this happening? How effective is it? We're going to get into all that stuff right now. So I'm hanging out over here in Elite Academy, and there was a lot of BOWITCH at Town Hall 11 during this war. And as you can see, Giants are in the composition instead of those Golem. The main reason for this is the single target Inferno Towers now being the meta rather than the multi-target Infernos. So the Inferno Tower can only take down one Golem at a time, or one Giant at a time. So when you could bring 10 Giants instead of 2 or 3 Golem, you're looking pretty good and your tanks are going to last longer. Not only that, they're also going to have a lot more punching power. They are a lot stronger with their DPS than the Golem are. So 10 Giants are going to do quite a nice job with the tank ability versus what the Golem would give you now that all the Inferno Towers are set on single. And as you can see right here, guys, we got all those bowlers, all the witches, the Giants in front, max level heroes. We got rage spells, jump spells, and it doesn't look like there's a heal spell in this composition, but we do have that Grand Warden's ability. As you can see, everything was just spread along the line of the base from the north to the east, and the rest of the attack is going to get done by itself. All you have to worry about right here are a few spells that you're going to be dropping and a few hero abilities. Then the attack kind of does the job on its own. Kells is doing this attack right here against their mirror, the Tom over from Empire of Texas. And as you can see, the bowlers just really rolling through the center of this base, crushing. You have these witches along the outside doing a nice job. So the Giants did that initial damage that we spoke of, and they did it well right now, guys. They pushed themselves right through, took out defenses faster than the Golem would have done. But as you can see, there are no more Giants left over in this composition. We do have the Queen. Her ability was just popped right now. She's walking around the base. The Grand Warden is along there with her and going to be helping out a little bit. So she's actually looking pretty good right now, out of harm's way. The witches and those skeletons are going to be turning the corner pretty soon, and those skeletons are going to be able to help with the tanking that is necessary so that this Queen can stay alive as long as possible. And as you can see, the mortar was distracted by the Queen, which is perfect because now those skeletons are going to distract the cannon rather than the mortar taking out all the skeletons. So our Queen, she's going to be okay right now. Grand Warden should be able to reach over the wall, and he is able to do it. Gonna do a little bit of work on that cannon, shot by shot, nipping away at the health of that cannon. It's time for that archer tower. Same thing to happen right here. That bowler's still just trying to roll through the walls. He's not gonna do really anything in the rest of this attack right here. But the heroes, the skeletons, and the witches are gonna come through, finish the job off well. Guys, at the end of today's video, if you tell me that BOWITCH is not a solid attack strategy at Town Hall 11, I'm gonna wonder what you're thinking, because there is one attack after the other just proving that BOWITCH is solid at Town Hall 11. It's also solid at Town Hall 10 if you had any question. Same attacker right here got himself a 6-pack with this strategy again. Giants, witches, bowlers, maxed heroes, 2 rage, 2 jump, 1 poison, and 1 rage in the clan castle. Coming through again, same thing from the north to the east. Gonna push straight on through. We got that rage spell right there. These troops can run themselves right up into the base, which is pretty nice. And that Inferno Tower is gonna go down pretty quickly there. We got some bowlers on it. The Grand Warden's ability was dropped right there. Down goes the Inferno Tower with some Giant and bowler rollage. And as you can see, the witches this time around, they're on the top of the base. Unfortunately, though, the cannon is targeting the witch, not the skeletons. That's not what you want to see. Another rage spell in the core of the base. Time to take down that eagle, and that eagle does go down. And we have some witches right over by the town hall. That's actually a good thing because it's going to slow them down a little bit so that the bowlers can take out those archer towers, which is going to enable the witches to survive longer on into this attack. If they had something quick to get through, they would have gotten in the range of those archer towers. So that worked out really well there for those witches. And as you can see, the rest of the attack is going smooth. We have the bowlers walking around the outside of the base, which is the witches behind. The Queen on that Inferno Tower, taking it down, pushing through the rest of this base, and the rest is going to be bowlers and witches cleaning up the remainder of the base. Guys, at this point in time, if you just realized that you are not yet subscribed to my channel, why don't you head on down below, hit the subscribe button, and turn on notifications, because I come out with Clash of Clans content for you guys every single day. In addition, I live stream on Friday nights Clash of Clans, and I host a Springtrap show with my boy Cleric Jagoon every Saturday night at 10 p.m. where we bring in a guest from the Clash community and we talk about Clash of Clans, life, and any other stuff. It's a ton of fun. Hopefully you guys come on down. The best way to get there is to be subscribed with notifications on so you don't miss it. It's a ton of fun, guys. But back to the attack. Kells with that 6-pack from this war using that same strategy. We have Coaster going in, hour number 9, gonna hit this base right here, a Town Hall 11. He has 44 heroes right here. He does have a max level Grand Warden, so what you're gonna see is him hitting what looks to be a fairly maxed out base right here. Maxed out Town Hall 11, he's hitting with just above Town Hall 10 heroes minus that Grand Warden. He's got the same setup from north to the east. Bowlers coming in, witches behind, heroes behind that. As you guys can see, it's all about spell placement, it's about hero abilities, and it's about rocking the base. They're coming on through. The clan castle's been lowered. Poison spells dropped right there, guys. And we have a whole lot of bowlers and witches going around the northern side of the base. And a whole bunch going down the eastern side of the base as well, all to meet up in the southwest. Town Hall is in the core of this base, which is normally what you should see at a Town Hall 11. You don't want to see those Town Hall 11 bases with the Town Hall near the outside. Well, actually, if you're an attacker, that is what you want to see. But if you're building your base, guys, make sure your Town Hall 11 is in the center of the base. You don't want to be 2-starred by a Town Hall 9. That would be bad news for you in your war. But again, what we're talking about right here, guys, is just these bowlers and witches and heroes cleaning up the remainder of the base. It seems the Giants are doing a good job, really getting the doing the job that they're meant to do in this attack. Again, we haven't seen any Giants surviving through the attack, but they are getting a great push into the base, protecting all of our troops, and doing some good DPS in the beginning quarter of the attack, stage 1 of the attack, we can call it. And as of right now, bowlers and witches are walking around. The Grand Warden's following behind, giving them that buff, giving that ranged ability too. Not ability, that ranged DPS, that ranged shot to help out while the Grand Warden is staying out of harm's way. That Expo could turn on him and actually does right there. So he may go down to that Expo. Let's find out. Looks as if he is going to right there, guys. But he was giving that great buff to all those troops for the time being. So big shout out right now to Coaster on this attack. 44 heroes taking down a max Town Hall 11 with BOWITCH making it look easy right here. We're going to double time through the rest of it because they are going to pound in this wall a little bit. These skeletons doing the job of tanking for all those witches. That's why this attack strategy is so strong. Those skeletons are little mini tanks right behind the witches, right in front of the witches, I should say, and right behind the bowlers. Doing a nice job, Coaster. There you go, brother. One more attack. This one is from Wally, or Wise, that's right. So now we have this Town Hall right towards the outside of the base. I'm not a fan of that design because a Town Hall 9 could pick away at that and then get the percentage around the base. But we have an 11v11 hit right here, maxed base and maxed attacker at the same time. So let's see how this goes. As you can see, there is a multi-target Inferno Tower, which makes me wonder, but the Giants are still going to go in. Actually, I take that back, guys. This is a different type of an attack, and I should have paused it in the beginning. I'm sorry that I didn't. This is a BOWITCH style attack, but it starts off with the Queen Walk, and it has some different stuff in it than we've seen before, and that may partially be because of the base design that Wise is going in on this time. Now, the healers are going to keep that queen alive because the multi-target Inferno won't do anything to a queen that's under heal. She's going to work her way through the base. Time to take down that air defense. She is being targeted pretty hard right there. Her ability was popped. Rage spells dropped as well. Poison spell just a little bit late for that dragon, but as you can see, it's going to get the job done. The queen, the Grand Warden, and it looks like just a couple of archers helping out behind as well. So now the base has been narrowed. The eastern side of the base was all chipped away. So we have all these bowlers and witches coming in from the north through the narrow side of the base. I love this part of the attack right here, guys. I think that Weiss did a really nice job funneling these troops to go in on the narrow side and get all of them underneath the ability of the Grand Warden and that buff of the Grand Warden. So as you can see, it worked out really nicely in the beginning of that push with the kill squad into the base. Down that Inferno, that Eagle Artillery goes, taking out the majority of the defenses. I'll tell you what, guys, this is not your giant standard spam BOWITCH attack. And I don't want to say spam. I did say spam, but that's not what I meant. But people call it that all the time. This was more strategic, adding that Queen Walk, a different phase 1 to the attack strategy. I have to say, out of the 4 attacks that I'm sharing with you guys today, this one is my favorite just because it's a custom BOWITCH. And whenever someone changes something to make it work for the attack, I'm a huge fan of it because it takes that extra time, that extra thought to get it done. And it just makes it look good. It makes it look interesting and something that is different from what we've seen on a regular basis. Our king is healed up nicely. Bowlers are coming through as well. That witch is being healed up. Basically, everyone's being healed up. That Inferno Tower is getting struck by a couple of rocks from that bowler bounce. I'm going to try and zoom in for you guys a little bit here as well. Bowlers walking around the base with all of those barbarians. The king and the queen are looking pretty good right now. And that Grand Warden looking pretty fresh as well. This base is being crushed right here. Our number 6 versus their number 5. I really love the attack. I think that Wise planned it out perfectly. Big shout out to him on this gorgeous attack. Really happy that I could bring it to you guys today. Even though it's not the topic of the giant BOWITCH attack strategy, it still is something gorgeous that had to be in this video because, well, it was something different, guys. Something that we haven't seen before. If you want to see the results really quick, Elite Academy won this one, 87 to 81 versus Empire of Texas. I'll go into some of the details right now. You'll see who did what. A couple of 6-pack in this war. 6 packs in this war. Lone Wolf didn't even get to attack and they still won it by about 7 stars. And it was just a really great war with some great BOWITCH throughout. A lot of Town Hall 10 BOWITCH as well, guys. But for me, that's been it for today. Thanks, Elite Academy, for having me over. I really do appreciate it, getting in touch with me, telling me you had some good stuff. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you did, please subscribe and turn on notifications because I come out with Clash content for you guys every single day. And if you haven't heard, I'm starting to bring you PUBG mobile content on a regular basis. I'm trying to do it daily, but I don't want it to impact my Clash of Clans because I will have Clash of Clans for you guys every single day. So PUBG is going to be on an almost daily basis because I love the game. I want to make it a feature on my channel alongside Clash of Clans. Let me know in the comments below, guys, if you like PUBG Mobile and if you want to see more of it on my channel. And remember, if you do, the best way to support it is to throw a like on it and leave a comment so that others can kind of see it, engage in it, and really realize that the content is fun, is good, and worth watching. But that's been it for me today, guys. If you want to hit me up, you can find me over on Discord or on Twitter, and I'll see all you guys back here again tomorrow. Until then, be good.